never seen God's eyes, but I seen the devil's. He walks with man on earth at different levels. He knows the king we serve, so he hates and meddles and prays that we all burn and turn to rebels. He tried to get my soul, but I'll never settle. I walk this lonely road from the burbs to ghettos. I'll take the gift bestowed and return a vessel. I am the one they chose. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rebellious in all ways, been sinners since birth. He knew that it would happen when he put us on this earth. We demonize religion, brought corruption to the church. We know the price of everything, but we
What
don't
is
know
going on? You just watched my day A when it comes to my deadlifts. That was conventional deadlifts, so here's what we had for that workout. We had one set of 4, or my top set of 4, at 420 at an 8 RPE. It's supposed to be 8.5, but 420 moved really well. I'm really happy with my progress with conventional. And again, with day B, you're gonna see that my sumo is going up because of that, all right? We also did some dumbbell bench press, some lat pull down, some rows, some biceps, some tricep, etc. But the main thing we're focusing on, of course, is our deadlift. And so our estimated 1 RM for our conventional deadlift is now at 500, which is awesome. It is improved significantly. It was at 440 pounds at the beginning of this meso. And so you can see right there the importance of what we talked about in the last video, from starting conservative in your meso and ramping your way up as the end. We're getting closer toward the end of my meso. That's why we're working with like 8.5 RPEs, etc. Now, what I'm about to go through is I'm about to go through day 2 for my deadlifts. This is my sumo. I also, at the end of this video, am gonna be walking you through what RPE is, what reps in reserve are, because I'm saying that a lot and some people might just not have an idea of what that is. And so stay tuned and I'll go through all that. Now, deadlift day B, I guess, or deadlift day 2, whatever you want to call it. We did a top set of 4 and back off sets of 8. My top set of 4, I did 465 pounds at an 8.5 RPE. A little bit fatigued, as you can probably see in this video that we're going to show you. A little bit fatigued from my low bar squats that we did the day before, which is totally fine. So, but I am really happy with how that moved. That puts our estimated 1 RM at 547, which is about 17 more pounds than what I pulled. Obviously, again, we know estimated 1 RMs aren't exactly spot on, but it is good to see that trending in the right direction. So 465 for a set of 4 to 8.5 RPE, and then we did our back off sets of 8 with 7.5 RPE, and that was 340 pounds. So this is day 2. Stay tuned and learn more about RPE and RIR.
Time idolizing false prophets, comparisons the enemy. Stop watching others' pockets. The social system's broken. We divide on every topic. They fabricate the truth and we all monetize the gossip. We know the problems and we see them but don't want to change. We're desensitized to every issue because they let us profit off of people's pain. In this dystopian age, we are the game that he plays, and all the evil, deceitful people should shake our faith. I never seen God's eyes, but I seen the devil's. He walks with man on earth at different levels. He knows the king we serve, so he hates and meddles and prays that we all burn and turn to rebels. He tried to get my soul, but I'll never settle. I walk this lonely road from the burbs to ghettos. I'll take the gift bestowed and return a vessel. I am the one they chose. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Our God is an awesome artist. In perilous times we seek his grace as the world and the times we face turn fake in the face of the devil's mirages. In the midst of the pain disdain and the media's push of all this garbage, I pray that you keep your faith in the whole. What breaks and the real get disregarded. It's about time that we take it back. The weight's too great for the camel's back. Strong men made life an easy task, and now the weak men feminize every act. In the church, in the workplace, every class, on the television screen, in the state of rap. All virtues gone and it's faded black. We in hell on earth and it's gonna collapse. Integrity's lost, hedonism, we incentivize gods on the way to revolution.
Right, now I want to go over RPE and RIR. What are they and how can you use them in your training? So first, RPE stands for rate of perceived exertion. What that is, it's a scale to tell you how close you are to failure for that day. Now, you might have also heard RIR, which stands for reps in reserve. Or you can think of this as like how many you have left in the tank. But it's the same thing. How close are you to failure? Now, RPE is a scale from 1 to 10. And RIR, guess what, is a scale from 1 to 10 as well. However, they're just flip-flopped. So if you're at a 10 RPE, what that means is that you have no more left in the tank, you failed. Or not you failed, but like it's your max, okay? RIR is a 0. So if it's 10 here, it's the opposite, it's 0. 0 reps in reserve mean that it is your max. 9 would be it is 1 rep shy of failure. Okay, 1 RIR means it is 1 left in the tank before you hit failure. So you can see that if we go 8 RPE, that's 2 RIR. If you are 7 RPE, that's 3 RIR, and so on and so forth. Now, when it comes to where you need to stay at with your training, anything below a 6 RPE or greater than a 4 RIR is not providing enough stress and is not giving the body enough stimulus to grow. Now, if you're doing like a deload, that's perfect. You want something like 5 to 6 RPE or 4 to 5 RIR. But if you are actively trying, or if you're going through a mesocycle, or if you're doing something like bodybuilding and you're trying to grow muscle, if you have more than 4 left in the tank, you're not doing anything. You're not doing anything unless you're doing deload week. So we want to stay higher than a 6 RPE, or we at least want to have or less than a 4 RIR, if that makes sense. So 4, 3, 2, 1, meaning 4 left in the tank, 3 left in the tank, 2 left in the tank, etc. Okay? Now, when it comes to setting up your mesocycle, what you can do is you can start with a 7 RPE, which means you have 3 left in the tank. Work your way all the way up to like an 8.5, 9 RPE, or 1 left in the tank, and then start your deload. Okay? That is a super easy way to think about your training. I'm going to do this for 5 weeks, and I'm slowly going to ramp up my RPE. Very simplified way to program or periodize your training. So these will help you, and next time if you're trying to figure out, should I go up, ask yourself the question, how many do I have left in the tank? If you have more than 4 left in the tank, you must go up. If you have less than 1, you are either at your max and you failed, or hey, it might be too heavy and 4 might start breaking down. Now, I will tell you this, RPE does have a pro versus RIR. And I guess technically you can do like halves with RIR, you just don't see that very often. RPE, there is like a 7.5. An 8.5, a 9.5. And what that means, if we are, let's say we're at a 7.5 RPE, what that means is we have 3 more left in the tank, but we can add no more weight. If we are at an 8.5 RPE, that means that we have 2 more left in the tank, but no more weight. Now, if we are at an 8 RPE, so not a half here, that means that we have 2 more left in the tank and potentially could go up in weight. If we're at a 9 RPE, that means we have 1 more left in the tank and we could potentially do more weight. But if we're at a 9.5 RPE, it means we have 1 more in the tank but no more weight on the bar. So that is why RPE can be a pro, and that's why a lot of people use that when it comes to powerlifting. But you know, you could do the same thing with RIR if you want to do halves or 1.5 left in the tank, etc. Anyways, that is very like a minute detail. Try this out, gauge your RP on every workout, and see if you progress over time by making sure you at least are at an intensity with only a few left in the tank. Hope this helps. Stick around for more, click that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.